Hello everybody and welcome. This is episode 2 of my Master Mode Only Bows challenge, so if you haven't seen the first episode, I recommend you check that one out as well. The first thing I did today was go down my living tree grove to mine up some lead ore, and once back home I crafted the lead pickaxe. After that I went to the corruption and attempted a clutch but failed miserably. So after I got back home I instead went to the right of spawn, hit another desert, and after that another corruption. So I went underground where I just saw the glint of a live crystal in the corner of my screen, and after mining it I tried to clutch again on the minecart track, but only survived because I had consumed the live crystal I found earlier. Anyway, it was all worth it as I saw 2 more live crystals down there as well as a gold chest in the mushroom biome. And so after looting them all at record speed, I found a lake that had another gold chest as well as a life crystal. The gold chest had a mace I'm not allowed to use, but the life crystal I was. So after almost drowning, I teleported back home and started work on my elevator, where I found a wooden surface chest with an umbrella, which I won't allow myself to use because it does melee damage. Well, I almost drowned, so I recalled back home where I purchased the forest pylon. After that, I mined up some more lead, and then went back to the corruption, where I died at the exact same point. Back home, I made myself most of the lead armor set, mined up some lead and some platinum ore as I was in the underground mushroom biome, got a depth meter for killing a salamander, was almost killed by a random tomb crawler, and finished off the lead armor set, as well as crafting a legendary platinum pickaxe and a lead axe as well. Anyway, I went back down into the ore vein in the mushroom biome and unfortunately fell to my death. After that, I went back down and was mauled alive by a blob of black gel. I then explored past the corruption, came across another living tree grove, and even found a desert pyramids intersected by the living tree that had this stupid vanity set inside. Anyway, I found my ice biome and I made a few NPC houses there. After that, it started raining slimes, so I ran back home, and when killing the slimes, I actually got a mythical slime staff, which I can't even use. Well, after making an arena and grabbing some buffs, the king slime awoke. The arena was small, so I instead adopted the old-fashioned runaway screaming technique, which worked a charm, and I had no difficulty turning around, and my first master mode boss fell to my platinum bow. I got nothing good for the treasure bag, so I went to the underground ice biome instead to upgrade my accessories. The first ice chest I found had a snowball cannon, so after mining some ores, I dug straight down to find something else. My hard work paid off when I found both an underground cabin and a gold portal in a pot. The chest itself had a useless ice boomerang, but it also had a suspicious looking eye, so I can fight Av Cthulhu when I like. The third chest I found had another ice boomerang, as well as an ice mirror, which I can use, and even some gravitation potions. I started to drown, so instead of actually getting air, I just drank a gills potion. After blowing up some ores, I found the dungeon underground, which is pretty cool, though useless at this stage of the game. I also picked up a pretty awesome painting one of the houses, which would look amazing in my house. And after mining up a little bit of demonite ore, I was actually comboed by some ice-themed enemies, so I teleported away in the nick of time, where I brewed some potions like Spelunkers, Thorns, Iron Skin, and Swiftness. I then crafted an amethyst hook, and after playing around with that for a bit, I ran into the corruption, so I used my ice mirror for the second time, where I made an extension to the makeshift arena for future bosses. I then went back to the corruption, where I was 360 no-scope by a literal weed. Then I smashed a shadow orb and got a musket, and after mining up a little demonite ore, I went back home. I then tried to go back, but I fell and only just got away. Back home, I drank a certain purple concoction, and I took to the skies. The first floating island I found had a useless star fury inside. I almost died of full damage on the second island, but it was worth it as I got a shiny red balloon. I then ran out of potion just in time to find a third island, which I was unable to reach. I then drank a second potion and had the most embarrassing death I have ever had in all of my years of playing the game. After that, I had enough of the air, so I worked on my elevator for a bit and came across a ruby gem tree. Also, I found a small vein of platinum and then a large vein of regular rubies. I then found a pinky which didn't drop a slime staff, After that, I went along the minecart to the very end, but I accidentally teleported back home, where I restocked on arrows, and then ice torches, and finally, frostburn arrows. I then went down the elevator, but I died at the bottom because there was no water. And so, after roping down safely, I went back to mining ores. But then I fell into a pit of jellyfish and piranhas, and was completely shredded apart, right over a life crystal as well. Back home, I crafted myself full silver armor to boost my defense, as well as some target dummies to test out my damage, which was pretty decent. I then went back to mining some silver and detonating some platinum, and I even found a little campsite microbiome, which is pretty cool. I was then completely tossed around by a lizard, and so I teleported back home in the nick of time. After that, I did a bit of roller coaster rides underground, just for fun. Well, that's it for today, folks. If you'd enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for the channel for more content like this, as well as join my Discord server. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.